Good afternoon, selamat siang dari Indonesia. Good afternoon from Indonesia. Thank you for people joining us from other parts of the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. We'd like to share another wonderful case study from our friends in Bali in Indonesia. This presentation for me is particularly interesting because it's a very technical problem, but the team using lean thinking were able to expand the scope and really go beyond just the technical to involve going to the Gemba, seeing the real voice of the Gemba, speaking with operators and even with maintenance. And I think the solution is very, very excellent. So now I'll hand over to Mas Ari as the Manager of Process Development.
Thank you, Pak Alec. I will share the file. Okay. Okay. Oh, ada ini. Good day, everyone. My name is Ari Dewanto as a Process Development Manager in PT Pali Indonesia ya. Together with my colleague Faisal Putra Mahardika and Doni Safwan ya. Today we are excited to share our story ya, about stabilizing carbon, empowering people with lean thinking in nickel smelter. Okay. This presentation highlight how we stabilize carbon in our dry kiln product or DKP through a combination of technical improvement and people empowerment guided by lean principle. This improvement project was carried out using the A3 problems solving framework, following our 8 steps on the slide here. From the clarifying the problem, breaking down the issue, setting the target, stabilizing root cause, developing countermeasure, implementing them, checking result, and finally standardizing and sharing learning. This step from the starter of our story today. Let's begin with the first step, clarifying the problem. So in our smelting process, the carbon percent in the dry kiln product or DKP is a critical quality indicator. However, our data showed the percent carbon value were highly unstable, especially in those one where about 38% of sample were out of specification. During field observation, we noticed inconsistent combustion behavior with sign of incomplete burning, meaning unburned coal was frequently found. And it means cost for us because the coal is not burned. This instability not only affect product quality, but also impact downstream calcine performance and overall energy efficiency. Next slide. Process observation and we perform detailed observation focusing on the 3M, man, machine, and method. We found 3 key issues: unstable aeration, non-adaptive temperature, so lab feedback for carbon analysis. And then we plot the data. We saw wide fluctuation in both aeration and temperature. This confirmed that the system lacked of self-regulation control logic to maintain stable combustion condition. So our target was clear, yeah. Reduce outspec sample from 38% to below 20% and lower standard deviation from 0.6 to 0.4. The main gap was the unstable combustion process driven by unlink logic between temperature and aeration, and delayed corrective action due to long lag feedback time.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, now we are presenting the root cause analysis of the problem. Yeah. So we use the 5-way analysis to trace the root cause. Yeah. Because the root cause is when temperature and airflow weren't balanced, so it lead to be combustion incomplete and then leading to high residual carbon. And then the high residual carbon reveal for need to a smarter control logic that dynamically link these parameters. Yeah. Then we are developing the countermeasure based on the four lean concept. Yeah. For the lean concept, we use four lean concept to shape our improvement. The first one is JIDOKA, which means automation with human touch, and then the standardized work or TPM, and then simplification to remove waste, and the end is the visual management for the transparency. Now let's see how we implement this four lean concept to our project. So the first one, the JIDOKA, mean the automation with the human touch. We enhance our control logic, so the system could automatically adjust. The system could automatically adjust the air to fuel balance, yet still allow operator to manually intervene whenever abnormal condition happens. And this ensure both reliability and the safety in the operation. And then standardized work with total productive maintenance or TPM, we standardize key operating parameter, this one, and integrated the preventive maintenance task into our total production management system. And then the final concept is the elimination of waste through MURA or simplification. So in the lab carbon analysis problem, we identify the analysis problem. What the analysis problem was the long analysis time. So we identify the unnecessary steps. This one is homogenization. We removing them and then we improving the workflow. Together, these three activities link technology, people, and process discipline. And then we are simplify method for carbon analysis. Previously, as I mentioned, every sample had to go to the homogenization. So the homogenization process take time. After then, we remove the homogenization process and conduct the statistical analysis. The result is the statistical analysis show no significant value between homogenization and without homogenization, and the time is improved by 38%. So this one give us the chance to create the improvement. When the carbon analysis was quick, this one give the quicker response to the operator, and then the operator can just manually adjust the flow and air, so the carbon become comply with our standard. And then we are going to the next slide. Yes, this is we are assessing the process and the result. After the temperature and aeration stability, this one is going to assess what can our process improve the stability. If you see the first histogram, the implementation of the automatic logic, if you see the before, the histogram showing lower peak, that means the process wasn't stable. Various unstable data happen in this one and in this one too. And then after we conduct the automatic logic, we have the higher peaks and more precise result, which mean the temperature will very controllable, and then we are going to the aeration. The second histogram is the aeration. If you see the before implementation, the peak was low and wide, yeah, indicating there is some variability data after before the improvement, and then after the improvement, you see the peak become narrower and higher. Yeah, it means the aeration become more control in 110 until 130%. This means we are showing the enhanced air control and more complete coal combustion. Yeah, after that, we going to the final result. This means the percent carbon, which one the parameter that make instability in our downstream process. This one the carbon before the improvement. Yeah. The blue line showing the carbon having the variability from 0.6 until 0.37. This means our improvement is showing the lower standard deviation. This means our process become more stable, and then the outspec process become lowering from the 38% until the 22.76%. Is this one proven in the field? Yes, we are conducting also the sample. So if we showing the percent carbon more off spec in the combustion chamber in our dryer, we see before the implementation, we see more the coal means it means very much unburned coal in our combustion chamber. But after the implementation of the Forlin concept, after the combustion chamber cleaning, in the combustion chamber we found only acid. It means the carbon wasn't the carbon was completely burned, and the combustion chamber wasn't fulfilled with the unburned carbon anymore.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ari and Mr. Faisal. Let me to continue our presentation. The last step is standardized process. Yeah. Once the process becomes stable, our focus shifted to standardization and capability building. We conducted training session for all control room operators to ensure everyone understood the new temperature aeration logic. The training conducted not only the automatic mode works, but also how to respond when the system detects an abnormal problem. This helped the operators gain full confidence in running the new system. And then we also create the new SOP. Yeah, we developed a formal SOP to officially adopt the new rush sampling method that had proven to be successful, making it an official standard for future operation. Okay, and then as part of standardization phase, we also established a maintenance schedule to keep equipment reliable over time. The schedule includes a regular inspection and cleaning tasking for our combustion system. And then we also strengthened daily monitoring by adding visual management boards in control room, like this picture. This board display key parameters such as chamber temperature, aeration, and percentage trends. And then to close the project, we also took time to celebrate, the success together with the team. This celebration was not just about the result, but also recognizing everyone's contribution. This time to reflection of the Lean principle of respect to people. Okay, maybe to close our presentation, we would like to bring the message back to our title, Stabilizing Carbon, Empowering People. The project proved that the Lean thinking truly works, when we focus on understanding the problem deeply, improving the process systematically, and engaging people with respect and purpose. Through Lean, we didn't just stabilizing carbon performance. We built stronger teamwork, faster learning, and lasting ownership. Okay, maybe this is from us. Thank you for your attention.
Right, thank you very much, Ari, Faisal, and Donny. Excellent presentation. I think for me it was very good that you were able to not only solve the technical but also show respect and introduce Jidoka as part of the solution. I'd like to ask the audience, do you have any questions? If you have, please feel free to put them in the Q&A and we'll try and answer them. But maybe if I can, I'll just ask to the team, which lean concept do you believe had the most significant impact on the sustainability of the improvement?
Yang Q&A nomor 1 bikin ini jawaban.
So
Udah tadi. Yang mana yang paling signifikan?
So I think from the 4 lean concept, the most significant concept that have the most significant impact, I think, is Jidoka. Jidoka had the most significant impact because it introduced automation with a human touch. This means ensuring that the system could automatically adjust air fuel balance while still allowing operator to intervene when needed. This one is very crucial for sustainability because it reduces the risk of the human error, such as the operator forget to normalize the airflow temperature or operator forget the adjust fuel rate during the under aeration process. By embedding the smart logic, Jidoka minimize this error through automated correction and real-time alerts while empowering operator to act quickly when abnormalities occur. This combination of the automation and human oversight created the robust and error-resistant system that sustain process stability over the time.
Okay, we have a question from the audience. How do you make sure that the improvement you created is sustained?
Automation with the standardized.
To make sure it becomes sustained.
So I think this is
Yang kelima kayaknya tadi. Kita celebrate itu untuk sustain.
I think part of the sustain was about introducing the visual management so that the operators in the control room can see the parameters and take the necessary interventions when they needed that human touch. Yeah, would that be something that you think?
So we have a board in daily task that present that every day we to check every day the team check the board. We have some meeting and to evaluate the result, the carbon content, and then the aeration. That's our method to make sure that it implement and every day can be used with this program.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I will give some additional information. We think about the sustain. We do some game changer. I think the key is we celebrate the project with all the team. So this is a lean principle, respect to people, because celebrating success is core part of lean because it reinforces the principle respect for people. So celebration is not just a moral booster, I think. It is a strategic action to embed cultural change and sustain result.
Okay, we have another question. How did your team respond to this improvement? Did you face any resistance at first, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, when we implement this become many question from the operation team, yeah. And yeah, we have to set up the meeting to clarify the logic and do some assessment and then do some simulation, yeah, with the instrument team, yeah. And then we make sure the team okay to accept the changing. Then we go the programming, and then we evaluate together, and then we celebrate, and then yeah, the project is done. Okay, maybe
think
that's
if-
from me.
Yeah, and I think if I understand the project as well, I mean, one of the big things is it helped to make people's job easier. If we saw the picture of the combustion chamber when the people had to clean out all of the unburned coal, that was quite a significant effort required to clean the combustion chamber. And then after the implementation, when the team went, it was all just fly ash and much easier to clean. So it actually made people's job easier, if that was right.
Thank you, Pak Alif.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Pak Alif. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe any question?
Now I just have another question, which is what relationship can you infer between the combustion chamber temperature distribution and the carbon content in the dryer product? What were you able to look at or infer between that
Bisa
relationship?
jelasin tadi. Combustion chamber sama persen karbon.
So the relation between the combustion chamber and the percent carbon, if the combustion chamber is too low or is too low, it means the fuel inside the combustion chamber become under aerated, or it means the fuel is more than the air. If the fuel is more than the air, it means some of the fuel will not burn, so it can be make the carbon inside our product. It means if the combustion chamber temperature is very low or very high, it means the burning inside the combustion chamber wasn't fully complete, so it leads to high carbon content in our product due to unburned fuel that going to the product.
Okay. Yeah, and I think this is particularly interesting because it's the issue you were solving was a customer issue who was concerned about the quality, the carbon content, because that disrupted their downstream process. But it also allowed you to make an improvement in the dryer area because of your fuel efficiency by making more effective and efficient use of the fuel by having more complete combustion. So to me, it was a win for the customer and also a win for the dryer in terms of achieving your fuel efficiency. So excellent. Yeah. And then I think we have time for one last question. So in terms of maybe if you can explain a little bit about, I think you touched on it, but how does the delay in the lab feedback amplify the problem in the combustion, incomplete combustion? What was the problem with the lab? Can you just explain a little bit more why the delay in the lab result amplified or made the problem worse for incomplete combustion?
Kalau yang ini itu mau gitu.
Don't I then? Okay, if the sample not deliver to the operation, yeah, the carbon content, yeah, they cannot adjust the dust, yeah, the dust and then the aeration also, yeah, with the temperature also, yeah, because we have some temperature control with set by the operator, yeah, between 900 to 950, yeah. If it is late, if 900 Celsius setting, yeah, then the sample late, yeah, the carbon may be high, and then with the operator not change the temperature setting to 950, it will become a problem in the carbon content, yeah, in the product also. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe just checking any more questions. I don't know whether, just as a last closing summary, from me, I'd like to say thank you for an excellent presentation and sharing the challenges and the obstacles and how you overcame them. To me, that was excellent. Thank you very much. Is there any personal message from yourself before we close that you would like to share in terms of the experience of going through this lean thinking project?
Thank you all. Thank you, Pak Alex. Good day, everyone. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, radio. Thank you.